Today we're going to build a LEGO Poké Ball that can open and close. These are all the pieces we're going to need. In the description of this video I left the piece count, name, and design ID. The first thing we do is build two regular Lowell Sphere walls, one white, one red. And how you do this is you lay down a 1x4 plate and then the 1x2 jumper plates, and you line up those studs so that the jumper plate stud is lined up the last stud on the 1x4 plate. Then you get a corner piece and it goes down and across the jumper plate. So I'm going to do the first one like this, and normally in the rest of the video we're going to build it from the bottom to the top, but I wanted you to see how it's laid out and how it looks when you have those pieces lined up. So it's going to look like that. And then we do the same thing with this one over here on the top, where it's just kind of going down and then across the jumper plate, and they move around a lot. You're going to have to shift those pieces throughout the build, but now you're going to get an idea of how they're lined up and what it's supposed to look like as we continue the build. Now I've got two halves of the wall. I bring them together and get a 2x2 plate and put it in the center there to hold it together. You turn it over, and that's kind of what it looks like underneath, and you know you've done it correct. And then you get some Travis bricks, and the Travis bricks go on the end of the 1x4 plates, and that's going to give you the best stability. So you just put 4 Travis bricks on the ends of the 1x4 plates, and ideally you want white for the white wall and red for the red wall, but I only have white and black Travis bricks, so I'm going to use white and black. And since it's inside our Pokeball, it's not going to really matter. We do that in white and red. Now for this piece, we're going to build it 2 times. And how you build this piece 2 times is we get our 2 corner plates and you put them together, and then you're going to get a 1x2 plate and just connect those corner plates like that. And then on the sides here, we're going to get 1x2 jumper plates. And those 1x2 jumper plates just go in underneath and to the side and jut out a little bit. And the way you get that is that stud goes on the end of that corner plate. So you just put it in there, and there you go. And now the last piece is this 1x4 plate. Now that 1x4 plate goes underneath the top of those corner plates. We're going to build the next half wall 4 times, 2 times in red, 2 times in white. And what you do is we once again get 2 corner plates and put them together. We get a 1x2 plate and put it across the bottom to hold it together. And now we're going to get 1x2 jumper plates and put them underneath the top section here. And so you can see how that lines up underneath. You simply get the stud on top and line up at that very end of the jumper plate, and that's how you get the appropriate hangover. Now on the side here, we're going to get another 1x2 plate and put it underneath that brick. And then the same thing over here, the 1x2 plate will go underneath, and this is what your finished product will look like. Like always, we are getting our 1x2 corner plates, putting them together, but now we're going to hold those corner plates together with a 1x2 tile. And the reason we use a tile is because this is going to let our Pokeball close but not lock. Now we're going to get our 1x2 jumper plates and put them on the side, and just like before, you get that last little stud and you line it up at the end of the jumper plate, and that's how you get that little hangover there. That's how you get the little hangover. And now we take our 1x4 plate and put it across the top. Our last wall looks very similar to all the other walls we've assembled. We have our 1x2 corner plates put together, but this time we're going to get a 1x4 plate and start with that one. And the reason is because this one's not going to have a 1x2 plate connecting it. So now we're going to get our 1x2 jumper plates and put it on the side there. And you know, again, just repeating here, so help with your tutorial, that stud goes in the very end of the jumper plate to help it go out like that. And now, instead of using a 2x2 plate, we're going to use 1x2 clips. Alright, so those clips are going to go this way. So the clip goes down where the 1x2 plates would have been. And that is where our hinge is going to be. And once we have all our parts assembled, we get to start putting our Pokeball together. So you're going to take your large full wall piece, the one that we built the Travis bricks on the bottom, and you're going to start attaching these half wall pieces. Now the way you attach the wall pieces correctly is, you'll see here I've got the jumper plates that kind of create a tile effect. Well, what I'm going to do is on my wall piece, I'm going to try to find the place that just has the studs here. And then I'm going to line it up so that the Travis bricks kind of connect here. And you want to hold your Travis brick as you pop that wall into place, otherwise it just kind of falls apart. So it's a little trick that I had to learn the hard way. I've got these things fall apart on me 1,000 times. Now here on the wall I've got the jumper plates with the tile, so they create that tile effect. So I'm going to grab a wall piece that is just studs on the top. And the way you can tell the top and the bottom here is the bottom of our half wall is going to have that 1x2 plate that held our jumpers together, so it sticks out a little bit more. And once again, we're just going to put that in there so that the studs on top kind of connect with the jumper plates on the bottom. And here I'm holding that Travis brick in place so they fit. And here my Travis brick moved a bit, so I've got to straighten it out. But I'm kind of glad that happened during this tutorial, so you can see how to fix that problem if it happens to you, and it probably will because these things move a lot. Studs, jumper plates, put them together, and just do that all the way around as you put this thing together. And each piece you put on, it just gets a little bit more stable all the way around. Do the same thing with the red side. Here I've got 2 jumper plates, create kind of a tile effect. So I'm going to get the side that has the 1x2 studs showing and just put them in there. And I'm going to do this one kind of fast because you can pause the video if you want to create it. But, you know, for me, I got a little frustrated because when I was first learning how to do these, I kept like having the sphere fall apart on me because I wasn't really holding the Travis bricks, and it took me forever to assemble. But as I do more and more of these Lowell spheres, it comes very quickly to you. So don't get frustrated. It happens to everybody at first. And once I have my 2 halves and my Pokeball completed, I'm going to take the end with the clips here and take my handle piece and just snap it into place. You want to do this afterwards or else it kind of falls apart because you want that secure dome creation. And then I'm going to slightly kind of tilt it out. I'm going to hold my finger here on the 1x2 plate of the handle piece, and right here behind the 1x2 plate that I'll be connecting it to, and push them together, and that's going to make sure it doesn't fall apart. And now I'm going to close it, and once again holding these 2 areas here as I close it, and you're going to see that 1x2 tile piece. What I'm doing now is I'm going to get a 2x2 round tile to act as the button to my Pokeball and put it onto the 1x2 plate here. You can reverse the red and white piece count and get the same design. So if you should happen to have like a red handle piece and white clip pieces, then just reverse the red and white and it'll come out fine. And the other tip about this opening Pokeball is that this back piece can pop off because of the leverage. You just put your finger on it as you open and close your Pokeball. But a really great build, especially if you want to maybe design some LEGO Pokemon to put inside. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and you can click on the image to watch another video. Thank you.